Hello guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're predicting match week 16 for the championship. Of course, this Saturday it is of course Remembrance Day. We remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice for us to be here today, and they will never be forgotten. Hopefully you will go on to enjoy the video. If you do, drop a like and subscribe. Let's get into these predictions for match week 16 of the championship before another international break. We begin with Blackburn facing Preston. Now, both sides have had decent starts now to the season, looking from it from a point of view from now. If you look at the table, they're both in decent positions. Preston still looking to get back into the top six after they were knocked out of it, I'm pretty sure, last time out. I haven't looked at the table, I think 2 match weeks, so I could be wrong in this one. And it was a brilliant win for Blackburn against Norwich last Sunday, despite the red card for Wharton, of course. In this one, I'm back in the school draw. 1-1 in this one. Moving on to the Stadium of Light, it's Sunderland, who I got to see in the action last time out against Swansea. And in this one, they faced Birmingham, who held Ipswich to a 2-2 draw. Not many sides have been able to do that this season. In this one, I'm going to back Sunderland for a 1-0 win against Blues. Last weekend at the Swansea.com Stadium, it would have been a great game if, of course, Robert Madley wasn't the referee. Completely ruined that game for both sets of fans, to be honest, and it was really disappointing to see because Sunderland, a very good team, of course, made the Championship playoffs last season, got knocked out to Luton, who ended up going to the Premier League, of course. But Sunderland, I thought Roberts and Clark were, the main outlets going forward. I thought Ashby did incredibly well against Clark. But they did have the chances, but we did tremendously well to keep them out. But Sunderland, they are lacking goals at the moment, an out-and-out goal scorer. Maybe January coming up, they buy one up then. But at the moment, they are struggling for a target man. In this one, though, I think they'll get the 1-0 win. Off to the Cardiff City Stadium, also known as the Welsh Legoland. They host Norwich City in this one, and I'm surprised David Wagner is still in that dugout for Norwich. He is riding his luck at the moment. He needs to get a win here. The club size of Norwich, you expect them, to be going up to the Premier League, coming straight back down the next season. Against Cardiff here, they have the best home record in the league. Yeah, 3 points to them in this one, in a 3-1 win. As much as it pains me to say it, so let's move on to the next one. Off to Coventry next up. The visitors are Stoke. Coventry, they are in a little bit of trouble now, aren't they? As they host Stoke, who got a 0-0 against Cardiff last time out. Very respectable result. They are on the rise recently, Stoke, so the international break is coming at the worst possible time for them. For Coventry and Mark Robins, the best possible time. Full-time prediction in this one, Coventry 0, Stoke 3. Off to Hull we go. The visitors are Huddersfield. This one's going to be an interesting game, but I'm going to back the Tigers for a 2-0 home victory over the Terriers. I think Darren Moore's side will be in another relegation scrap this season. As for Hull, they look better. Every game I watch them, really, is just tremendous team to watch, really exciting, and I hope they have a successful season this year. Off to Portman Road and Ipswich. In the last week I've had two 2-2 draws, so my prediction for this one is not a 2-2 draw. I'm going to back the Tractor Boys to get back to winning ways against my side Swansea. As much as I want to be biased and probably predict 3 points for the Swans, like last time we went to Portman Road on the final day of the season, when Ipswich finished bottom of the table and got relegated to League One. What a long time that was. In this one, though, as I say, I'm backing the Tractor Boys. I think 2-2 draws against two good oppositions. Of course, the rearrange game against Rotherham, late equaliser in that one, and coming from 2-0 down against Birmingham. Both not results they would have wanted, but results nevertheless, And against Swansea, they'll want to bounce back at home, and I think they will. Last two games where they've drawn 2-2, both been away. They want to get back at home. I'd love the Swans to pick up a point here. I think it's very realistic if I was going to predict a draw. But something tells me they'll just edge it. And they're a quality side. They've shown that this season so far. 2-1 to the Tractor Boys in this one. Off to Ellen Road, and I smell goals for this one. I'm thinking Leeds 4, Plymouth Argyle 2. Both sides scoring for fun. And Leeds, since Daniel Farke's come in, they're doing really well. Of course, it was at the start of the season, but, you know, they didn't get off to the best of starts. But what I meant to say is now, you know, they get into the leads that we expected at the start of the season. They took their time to get going, but now they're looking really good. In this one, 4-2 to Leeds, Plymouth. They are a competitive side. I do think they'll probably stay up this season, be very close. But their home performance seems to be all good. Tough place to go in this one. Don't think they'll pick up any points. Moving on to what could have been game of the season when you looked at this game going into the season before a ball had been kicked. It's Middlesbrough hosting Leicester City at the Riverside. Now, but Middlesbrough have, of course, dropped off as of late. They got a 3-3 draw against Plymouth last time out. In this one against Leicester, of course, they lost to Leeds. A massive shock, that one. I think they'll get back to winning ways in this one. 2-1 away from home. Off to Loftus Road next. It's QPR hosting new manager, Bristol City. Liam Manning has been appointed the Bristol City manager, of course. Took over from Russell Martin, the ex-Swansea manager, now Southampton manager, at MK Dons. Got them playoffs that season. His first season in charge. Second season got them relegated from League Two. And then this current season, he's left Oxford United in second place in League One. Now he takes on the Robins job, which will be really interesting to see how he does. On paper, doesn't look the best of appointments. But, of course, we love giving managers a chance in this division. I don't think it's fair to completely judge him until, you know, he's had a fair chance. Everyone deserves that. Let's give the same to Liam Manning. Best of luck for him. On his debut with Bristol City, debut, do you call that to managers these days? Don't even know. 2-2 draw in this one. But if there was going to be a winner, I'd have to pick Bristol City. Off to Hillsborough, the visitors are Millwall with another new manager. Joe Edwards has taken the job. He's been involved in the England setup in the last few years, regarded as a upcoming manager with high potential. In this one against Sheffield Wednesday, I think they get a goal at home, not the 3 points they're looking for. Joe Edwards' men to get the 3 points in a 3-1 away victory at Hillsborough. Off to St Mary's, and Russell Martin's men have been playing some nice football lately and been getting results. They seem to always win in stoppage time as of late. In this one against the Baggies, West Brom, who there's potentially two interested parties to buy the club. I have to keep you updated on that one when I hear more. In this one though, I think Southampton get the win, 2-0 at home. And we finish off with quite a big game actually. Watford hosting Rotherham. Rotherham, a massive point against Ipswich. They'll be buzzing with that one. And of course they got the point last weekend against QPR after that disappointing game against Sheffield Wednesday, of course. In this one, I think they get a point against Watford. 1-1. Watford drew to Huddersfield last round, 0-0. So I think a draw in this one is probably the most predictable result. I'll go with it. Thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you have, just drop a like and subscribe. Be massively appreciated as always. And I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.